And
rain
at 6
is
o'clock,
a good thing,
rain
isn't it?
is a good thing. At 6 o'clock on a Monday morning, you're looking out over downtown Indianapolis. And yes, we're talking about rain. You're not seeing it too much on this camera. We can tell you it is on the way, though. Thank you for waking up with us here on 13 Sunrise. I'm Jalea, along with Julia and Matt. And we are kind of patiently waiting for the rain to start falling, at least downtown Indianapolis. You know that we saw all that green blob on the radar. So we know that rain is headed our way soon.
Which we have not seen for a while.
Yes.
And a lot of people thankful for this. For others, it might be a little too late.
Yeah, for the farmers, you know, at this point, it doesn't make a difference. Right. Now they're trying to harvest, but now it's too wet. You can't get in the field. So
can't win.
They can't win. Our farmers never can win. But I think there'll be a lot of inside recess today. Just a heads up. If you know going into it, it's fine.
Not as bad.
It's the worst when you get pulled out from underneath you. So just a heads up.
You find out
wake up
right
disappointed,
before
kids.
it happens.
Exactly.
You'll know, at least you know about it ahead of the
You know about it. Let's go ahead and track some of that rain for you this morning. Most of it still not here, but it is coming into parts of Greene and Owen counties. Good morning farther to the south and west. Bloomington, some rain is just on the other side of I-69 coming up right now. Terre Haute getting some wet water right now there towards Brazil as well. But Indianapolis, we're still dry for a few more hours, maybe another hour or two before it really comes in. Now, it's not as if it's just going to be super heavy all morning, but the rain will come in. It could be heavy at first, then get lighter, and then maybe pick up. And we'll just have on and off rain throughout the entire morning, I think. But right now we're dry. But the rain is not too far away, even coming now into parts of Putnam and Montgomery counties. You're looking right around the Crawfordsville area this morning. A little bit of rain starting to pop up for you. In general, though, when we're kind of timing out that leading edge, we may not get more rainfall in Lafayette until about 7 o'clock. So here, just about an hour now from now. Indianapolis, maybe 7:50, 7:55, 8 o'clock. So another 2 hours or so for us. And then farther to the north and east, Fishers and Noblesville, maybe 8:30. So we've still got a ways to go, but it definitely is coming in kind of like a fire hose in from the south and west. I think the majority of the rain today falls in the late morning into the early afternoon, with still some scattered leftovers likely later into the day as well. We're dry for now, but here in just an hour or so, we're going to get wet in Indianapolis. But it looks like the roadways are dry, so that's some good news. Lindsay, we may not stay that way, though, later this morning.
Yeah, it looks like some much-needed rain headed in, but should be able to dodge most of that for the morning commute. Real quick, want to let you know about a new crash that we're following on I-70 westbound. This is creating a little bit of a slowdown at State Road 39. That's that Monrovia exit out on the very far west side of the Indianapolis Metro. So a little bit of a slowdown, nothing major. We're going to keep an eye on that one, let you know when it clears. Should not be an ongoing major issue. This will be ongoing for the next couple of days. This is a complete closure of I-865 eastbound as they do some bridge operations and some construction there on the northwest side. Recommended alternate route here. Take 465 southbound down to 86th Street, where you can then get back on 465 northbound to continue on your way across the northwest side. Here's what it looks like on the northwest side. Those lanes of 865 that are currently closed there in the middle of your screen. Not causing a major issue just yet, but we'll continue to monitor that, let you know if we do see any delays develop.
All right, Linz, thank you. And now to that breaking news we've been following from Indy's southwest side, where IFD is on the scene of a fire.
And they've been there for a couple hours there. As you can see, the crews are still active this morning. They're not actively putting any water out on this home. Looks like the actual fire itself is out, but they're still there investigating, maybe tying up some loose ends. So we're checking in to see South Harris Avenue is where these crews are, south of West Washington Street, and just east of the Tibbs Drive-In if you drive or live in this area.
Now, we do know there are several power lines down because of this as well. So that really is what we understand to be the main reason there are so many units here on the scene. So we are waiting to learn if anyone was injured or how they're going to go about getting those lines up. But of course, we'll continue to keep you updated.
All right, WTHR.com is where we'll post those updates if you have to head out before we wrap up this morning.
Also this morning, a violent weekend. Across Indianapolis, at least 13 people shot across the city.
Taking a look at the map of when and where these happened, in one incident alone, 7 people were shot and 2 of them died. IMPD tells us that that mass shooting happened early Sunday morning, just off of Shore Terrace and Eagle Creek Parkway.
Police also tell us 2 men died and 5 others were injured, all men except for 1 woman. And a police report also said from IMPD 57 officers had to respond to this shooting. Police say that a disturbance occurred before it happened in the parking lot around 2 a.m. And police say this is an active investigation, but if you have any information, you're asked to call Metro Police or Crime Stoppers.
Just a few hours before this mass shooting, 3 others were shot. This one also on the northwest side around 11:30 Saturday night near 56 and Georgetown Road. That's where police say they found 3 people who had been shot and that they detained a person of interest there as well.
And as the investigations into these disturbing shootings over the weekend, we're also hearing from a very frustrated top cop here in Indy.
And the police chief says that his department is committed to holding the suspects accountable here. Anna Chalker is live this morning with more from Chief Bailey, but also other city leaders are once again weighing in. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. As you can imagine, a lot of frustration, but also sadness coming from the city today as they're investigating that string of violence. Another one not only impacting many families, but the neighborhoods and the people where this happened. So we're first hearing from Chief Bailey, like you mentioned. In a statement, he says IMPD officers have been working nonstop to identify those responsible and hold them accountable. I am incredibly proud of their courage and professionalism during such a difficult night. Also saying in one of the shootings, 2 of his officers were attacked but are still committed to keeping neighborhoods safe. Mayor Joe Hogsett also responding. He said, while such incidents can undermine our sense of safety, I know Indianapolis is stronger than this. We remain committed to preventing gun violence and saving lives. Now, ladies, it's not only city leaders responding to this violence out here this morning. So coming up, we will be showing you some of the solutions they're hoping to bring to the table when it's talking about how to prevent this in the future.
All right, Anna, thank you.
Well, a man is also under arrest this morning accused of threatening to kill a McDonald's employee.
So that threat led to an officer firing their weapon. So around 6:30 Saturday night, Metro Police say someone called to report that a person with a weapon was inside the restaurant. Metro Police say when they tried to talk to that person, who ended up being a 34-year-old man, there was a struggle and a gun was fired. IMPD says one of the officers fired their weapon, but no one was hit.
The suspect was arrested somewhere nearby. Police say that no one was hurt. We've learned the officer who fired their gun is on administrative leave. That is standard protocol in any sort of officer-involved shooting. It's 6:07. Tonight's City County Council meeting is a long-awaited one for many people.
Yeah, the main topic, of course, that will be on the minds of most who attend there tonight, the proposed Franklin Township Center. Will it move forward? Will it eventually be built? Marina Silva is here in studio with more on what folks should expect to hear tonight. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. Well, we've talked about this proposed data center for months, and tonight the City County Council will make a final decision with a vote. Residents have rallied against the proposal, posting signs across Franklin Township and staging protests outside the city-county building. City-county councilors also are chiming in. Tonight, both sides will have the chance to plead their case in front of the full city-county council. Then, councilors will vote, and at least 15 of them need to vote one way for the proposal to either pass or die. Critics of the proposal are worried over noise, water pollution, and lack of jobs it would bring, while supporters argue the center will provide a job boost and tax revenue that would help the city. We're told that critics are planning a rally outside the City County Council building tonight ahead of the vote. The rally is supposed to start at 6 o'clock, while the meeting will actually start at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, so it sounds like we will hear a lot again from people that are against it. But do we know what happens if the council actually does vote this down?
So right now we know that if they vote it down, it's done. We don't know if it could be appealed or if it has to be refiled. Right now we know that once they vote no, if they vote no,
right,
then it would be done.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Marina. We will still again see what comes out of this meeting tonight.